cut to this scene. Here we go. Yeah, I will definitely put the camera in the corner no matter what I'm doing. This is how I run things. Hello. It's always more fun, I think, to watch people when you have the reactions and stuff playing with it. But hello, 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 hello. There's been some funky issues with the sound system around me tonight, so let me know if anything's really weird. I think I got it working, but yeah, these are the sort of things I run into when I don't have my own space. But yeah. So this is Jess. Have you seen this? Here we go. Bam. Have you seen this? This is yes, that's my plan. Is when I moved out to California, I will be setting up my own space. Yes, there were cubes. This is a cube game. I mean, it's my first game. I feel like most first games in Unity are cube games. Yes, you do remember it. So this is yeah, it's this thing where you add notes and they make sounds and it's cool. And then you hit this and then you go and you hit them. And that's good. It does actually work with the reload. The reload works fine. Yeah, yeah, you are a champ. You freaking nailed it. You got this memory. The issue I have is an error where it doesn't save to the editor. So that was the thing I think was bothering me last time, and hopefully I can find a way to fix that this time because like everything else works. Everything else works, you know? Get into it, we hit editor, it shows me the editor, I can move across the editor. There we go. That's a beautiful, beautiful tune, right? I'm in love with it. I hope you all appreciate it. I hope you appreciate it. But yeah, so like, and then there we go. We got tunes. We got tunes, and you can run into them and fall, and it works fine. And it reloads fine. It reloads this fine. Okay. Um, but then I hit this button and it vanishes. So that's the issue that I'm working on. Yeah, it doesn't save. So the intention is, right, that it would, like it does successfully, um, it does successfully, right, like interpret this data into a level, right, but then it doesn't save it. Cool. Highlight pen. So try and see what was gonna happen with this. This is like I haven't worked on this in. Oh, I need to Oops, I forgot. On Twitch, this is still billed as me playing Butterfly Soup. That is why I forgot about that. I forgot about that. I'm not playing Butterfly Soup. I'm sorry. Game dev. Game development stuff. Playing game, making games, making games. I forgot about that. Well, thank you. Sorry. I totally forgot to do that. I really need what's nice about the Windows editor. So right now I'm running this on a Mac, and it's not my favorite thing that I have to run this on a Mac right now. Like it works. It has some benefits, mostly not though. Games with Rose. Yeah, games. Making games. We're not playing Butterfly Soup. We're doing game development. Science and technology is the category that they do. Game development. There we go. Cool. Need to get my stuff on that tag. Okay. Right, and it won't update the title for a hot second, but hopefully it will soon, because I hit the update button, but it takes time. Yeah, so it, hey, there we go. Nice, thank you. Thanks for the update on it being updated. Yeah, so one of the things with the streaming software that pretty much everyone uses is that it works a lot better on Windows, and on Mac it does not automatically ping you. So I'm used to it, like on Windows it auto pings you to change the title of your stream, and on Mac it doesn't. So you can go live without changing the title from last time. So that's why that happened with that. Yeah, which is like, you know, I should check it anyway, but like, yeah. So yeah, low-key fuck Apple. Yes, Steve singular job. Okay, so here is the question though. My question is, main menu. Yeah, I'm in the main menu. Oh, but it doesn't load global controller. It should load global controller. He had one job. Steve Job. You had one job, Steve Job. How dare. How dare, honestly. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. We got this code. We got code. We got code. Yeah, I mean, in fairness, Windows is not very functional either. But it's just that the programs that use Windows tend to be more functional. And also, yeah. Close. Don't care. What is these days? Linux. Ubuntu is, first off, a great... it's a great OS. And also, it does not advertise what it cannot deliver. Because it's, you know, because it's like basically I think it's an open source. I'm pretty sure Ubuntu is open source. I kind of want to check that. Of Ubuntu? Well, yeah, like a little bit. I don't, yeah, you did? I like it. I like it. It, like I said, it never advertises what it cannot deliver. Okay, so problem with our game right now is I don't have my notepad. Nice. Fuck Apple, Windows or Linux. Nice. I do love like Unix-based systems though. Like DOS is just a mess. DOS is a mess, and Unix is great, and I'm very happy that Linux is Unix, because valid. Okay, I'll be right back. I need to grab my notebook. It's like literally right over there. I totally forgot to grab it. Doing everything out of order. What am I doing? Ah! Oh gosh, that's right. Cord. Don't trip over cord. Notebook, pen, notebook and pen. Gotta get that notebook and pen so that I can do these things. This is my song. This is my song. Ba-dum-bum. This is my song. Rose is a big nerd. What? Me? A big nerd? Big gay nerd. That's what I am. I'm a big gay nerd. Damn right I am. I was thinking, I'll be honest, this is how much of a nerd I am. And also, let me know if you would want this, because, you know, like, data point of 1, but it's useful. I was seriously, yeah, yeah. I was seriously, considering, and I still am, I guess, seriously considering at some point, doing, world building on stream, because I do a lot of world building for my D&D stuff, and also I have my own language. That's how much of a nerd I am. I have like a language that I'm making, and it's really cool. And yeah, so that would be fun. So okay, let me find my notes for this game. But I really want to finish this game. But that doesn't mean I can't do both. Doesn't mean I can't do both. You know, maybe Conlanging is so much fun. Conlanging is so much fun. Do you conlang at all? Do you conlang? How do you even conlang? Valid. You know, honestly though, this code stuff, this code stuff here was for the longest time, and still is to a certain degree, rather indecipherable to me. Same on being more familiar with D&D than code. I mean, like, I have RPG documents in my notes, so there we are. If you'd like, I'd be happy to explain some of it for you, because I'll be honest, learning some of this, it's really cool. It's really cool. It's really cool. Like, it is difficult to decipher at first, and it's surprising how I had this point. I think there was like this critical mass point, right, where after a certain bit of time, I like understood enough of the code that I was able to I became able to like figure out the other stuff that I don't know based on syntax, which is just cool. So anyway, that's my thing. Okay, yes. I will try to fix the one thing first. It is a language. It is a language. It is a language. Okay. So we're trying to fix the one thing. It's not working. Why? Well, that's a great question. The answer may surprise you. I have no fucking idea. That's what the answer is. So this is global script. Global script is setting measure number. Global script is declaring note list. But global script is... I have this boolean from main menu. Oh, that's right. I was going to implement that maybe. Do I have that in here? Nope. Does it make sense, Yves? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Working on it. The other language I'm working on is not Czech. Maybe. Eventually. I know Cecil would love that. Sign language. Sign language. It's a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. ASL's so much. It's so cool. It's so cool. I just. It's so much fun. I love it. I love it. It's really good. Lifeprint.com is what I've been using for a lot of it, but then also just following a shit ton of deaf YouTubers and like streamers and like people is really useful, because like I can watch their stuff, and yeah, that would be great. Okay. Lifeprint.com. It's an online site for learning ASL. It's not the most culture oriented. It's definitely more middle of the road standard ASL oriented. But it's a good baseline and it teaches very well. So Yeah, lifeprint.com. Exactly like you spelled it in chat. Okay, so here's the question. Yeah, I could definitely do that. I've actually just been basically, like, I followed a couple of them and then, like, found their videos that said, here are all my recommendations for people to follow. Yeah, let me make a note, because otherwise what won't happen. Post. Here, you know what I'll do instead? I'll just go like this. Facebook. I'll start a post. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Well, unless group chat starts popping up. Okay, here we go. Make a post about deaf/hard of hearing people I follow. Do it. Okay, cool. It will happen before I close all my stuff on this computer, because it's right there. Okay. So, and I have to close all the stuff on this computer before I leave, because that's how this setup works. Okay, so here's the thing, right? It goes from this level. Also, it'd be great to hang out because you're lovely. It goes from here to here. You know, Lightpen, that's a great question. We don't talk about how things are going in here, Lightpen. We talk about everything else so I can distract myself from all the mistakes that are inevitably in my code. It's not functioning. It's parts of it are functioning. Yeah. But that's okay. We're making it work. I'm gonna make it work. So it's the same, because I haven't looked at this for 2 weeks, right? Last time I was here, I was like, hey, I'm gonna look at this and try and find out what the heck is going on. And then I didn't, because things happened in my life. So the question is, what the heck is going on? Maybe fresh eyes will help with this. Maybe. But yeah, so the issue that, here, let me show you this issue again, because Lightpen, maybe you can help me make sense of this, or we can figure it out. I don't know, we'll figure something out, right? So I am here in the main menu. I hit editor. Great. We load up the editor with the default number of measures specified in the text of the, this might actually help. So this is the default number of measures specified in, where's my code? Visual Studio, there we are. This is the default number of measures specified in this, where are you? NoteMatrix.cs. Default number of measures should be measure number. I don't know where it's getting the number of measures that it has from. I legitimately have no idea. Because the default... Yeah, sounds are a bit low overall, I think. And I don't know why. That was the main issue I've been running into. There were some other issues with the audio that I fixed, but I could not get that one to go away. Turn the volume up if it's not all the way, but it's definitely something on my end, and I don't know what. Sorry. I don't, if you can't turn the volume up, I can double check and see if I can fix it. But, yeah. I mean, I can pump it. I can really, really pump it, I guess. I'm just worried for my ears at that point. Here we go. Okay, you know what? Here we go. We're gonna bump it up a bit. It's bumped up. That should be significantly, not significantly, but not insignificantly louder, theoretically. Yeah. But, like, it's weird because, like, I can hear the air conditioning, but for some reason, and the system can hear the air conditioning, but for some reason the output sounds to the stream are not hearing the air conditioning, like even on my digital display. So, you know, somewhere in between in the wiring. But okay. Okay. Yeah, weird. Weird things are weird. You know, technology is nice and also sometimes rather opaque because there's enough complexity there that it's very difficult to understand, like with code. So, for example, theoretically, it should be globalscript.instance.from main menu new node array else measure update. Ah, yes. Okay. Right. So, theoretically, right, what happens right now is I go to I should really figure out what the name of that thing is. Okay. Okay. I think I kind of know what's happening. So, when we hit this editor button, it should be using the script go to level. So I go to the go to level script. This is my go to level script. When I click on the editor button, it sets the global script instance main menu to true. So it sets this boolean true. Maybe I should automatically set it as false. I don't think I need to, though. So I already declared this boolean. Here it sets it as true. That means that it should, when it goes to the editor, it should be loading up global script instance main menu is true, then it's doing new node array. Otherwise, if it's false, it's doing measure update. So it should be doing new node array because that should be set to true. So now it runs new node array. So there should be a debug.log for that because I have a debug.log here. New array called. So let's double check that because I don't actually know if that's what happened. So I'm at the console. I click the editor button. New array called. Yeah, editor button, debug.log, new array called. Okay, so that we know that that is happening. Debugs are great. Debug messages, so useful. So useful. I love them. So good. Okay, so new array has been called. So this piece of script is actually happening, or at least it begins. Theoretically, it should be getting then the measure number from global script. But if it's getting the measure number from global script, then it should be getting a measure number of 8. And let me tell you, this is not a measure number of 8. This is like a measure number of 40. This is long. This is very long. Unless there's like some multiplication in there that's happening that I'm not aware of. I suppose that's possible. That's theoretically possible. But that is more than 8, right? Measure number being the number of notes divided by 4. Still. It does look pretty neat. It does look, and it's cool that I can do that. Right. It does look pretty neat. And the fact that I can, it's successfully scrolling, so I got that to work. That was actually pretty easy. But it feels cool that was pretty easy for me, now that I've waded through the fucking swamp of code a couple times. Okay. So, my question is, basically, when it's making the staff and making the list of notes, is it multiply measure number by anything? Well, yes, right here. But this is what it should be anyway. And that shouldn't make it, here's the question. There's a simple way to fix this. There's a simple way to figure this out, right? Is I say 1, right? Let's save measure number as 1, test the whole thing again, see how long it is. That's not too bad. See how this works. See how this works. Whether or not it works. Okay, here we go. So, go from the main menu again. Boom, we in the game. Click the editor button. That is still more than one. That is definitely more than one measure. That's still the same number of measures. So I don't know where it's getting this number from. That's weird. That's weird. So, okay, let's say debug.log. And we're going to say, tell me what the measure number is. What is that measure number? What is that measure number? What is it? What is it? That's all I have to say. Let's try that. See what happens. See what happens. Okay, here we go. We in it. Editor. Measure number's 40. So measure number was, this is kind of what I figured, because measure number was 40 at one point, and I am baffled as to where it keeps getting this number. But it is right, it's right down here. I think y'all can see that, right? Is that it's saying the measure number is 40. New array called measure number 40. Why? Why is it? So it is reading that particular chunk of code, right? But it's setting measure number to 40. So, okay. Measure number's 40. Why is measure number 40? Let's go Control F. 40. Where is 40 written? No results. It's not in here. So why is measure number 40? Well, where else is measure number declared? I don't know. What other scripts does it go through? What other scripts does it go through to get here? Oh, I know where measure number 40 is. I know where it is. I know where it is. It's in Unity. It's in the inspector. That's where it is. Measure number is 8 here. Why? I don't for the life of me know. Right? If I reset it, there it goes to 1. Okay, that's good. Right? But I bet if I go over here, measure number is 1 there, but measure number on somewhere else is gonna be 40. Wait, editor. I want to go to the editor. Yeah, save. That's fine. Measure number 40. There it is. Found it. Get rid of that. Bye. Okay. Let's see if that makes a difference. So, file save. It's like, that. Where the heck is that 40 coming from? Duh, it's coming from the inspector. Okay. That makes more sense. Go to the editor. What's the measures? 0. Measure number is 0. So it is overriding the... I just deleted it. I didn't... Script holder, measure number 0. So I should not make this public. I should not declare it. Because I'm declaring it, and so it's reading it as... Maybe that's it. Maybe it's that in that script, measure number is declared, and I should not do that. Get rid of this line, basically. right? Because then I can say, and then I can just do it here, right? I can say int measure number equals this. There we go. Right? And that way I'm just, that way we just pull measure number directly from global script, which should give us the one measure that we have in there right now. Or maybe 8, you know, once I reset it to 8. Theoretically. All compiler errors have to be fixed before I enter play mode. What is note matrix? The name measure number does not exist. Yes, it does, but not in that one. There we go. Okay, yeah, so I gotta go int. I gotta not declare it globally. That's the issue. Keep declaring it, so I have it. Okay, int. Right, there we go. Equals measure number, but then I cannot save it. Ooh, that is a question. You know what? We'll just go like this for now. But that's something I should pay attention to. Because here, the thing is, right, this area right here, this is the thing that says when we go from the editor to other things, save the blocks and the measure number. And that's important. That's the thing that's not working right now that we want to work. So, that's one of the things that's not working that we want to work. Alright, save. That's already saved. All compilers have to be fixed. Note matrix line 187 and 133. Okay. 187. If update measure number. So this is on update. It's almost like I have to declare measure number globally. Okay, then I will. But I'll just undo this. Where am I? Until we get... Okay. I think I know what I can do. Right, I can undo making that an int and undo undeclaring it. We'll declare it globally. That'll be fine. We just won't say... Well, we'll do this. We'll just do this. Equals this. And that'll be its default value. There we go. That'll work fine. Hopefully. Okay. So we're trying that. So it's still declared globally. It's just automatically pulling the value from the global script. Global script value is 1 and it pulled 0. Why? Measure number is 0. Why? You know what? So I think this is the issue I was running into last time, is that it seems to not actually be referencing global script for some reason. You know, like which is like the critical thing. Like global script is what I need to work to save data across scenes in Unity, right? I need a script that does not delete when you change scenes. Does not clear, does not reset. And that's what global script does. But if that doesn't work... okay, so... Let's just go right here. I want to... Can I do debug.log here? Maybe. they gonna let me? No. Yeah, I can't do debug.log inside the public declaration of variables. I mean, that makes sense. I, figured as much. Okay, well, that sucks. So, it's successfully debug.logging measure number, but it's not, it's setting it to 0, so it's not pulling from global script. Are there any instances of this game currently pulling from global script is my next question. The things that are in global script are the measure number, the note list, and from main menu. Let's see if it pulls from main menu. Because we set from main menu to be true here. So I can say, well, it's doing node array. So first I should say equals false, right? And that way, from main menu is set to be false if global script is being accessed. But if it's not being accessed, I don't think that'll work. So what I should do here is say debug.log from main menu. Debugs are great. From main menu. You mad at me? Doesn't exist. Bool from main menu equals global script dot instance dot from main menu. How's that for a variable declaration? File, save. Don't know why I don't do Control S. Who knows? Okay. Editor. From main menu is true. Which it should be. What if I set it to normally be false? So I guess I'm doing both then. Right, if I set it to normally be false. File. Save. If that's the case, it doesn't matter because it should change it when it's accessed by that button. Who knows if it does it? We're trying to get this to work. It says true, so it is being accessed. So that means global script is being accessed. It's just not downloading measure number or the note list later on. So that's weird. It's like it can access booleans, but not integers? That's weird. Because, like, there's practically, right? I mean, like, I could make this not public. Maybe that would help. If I just go int. I can't see how that would make a difference, though. Because it's practically doing the same thing, right? Between the measure number and the... That did it. Okay, so I cannot have variables declared. That's good. Heck. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. I cannot have variables declared both. If I declare them and make them public, that makes them not pull from global script. That basically means that it's not going to work that way. So, okay. Now, let's go back into global script, reset the default to 8, because that's what it should be. File, save. There we go. Do this. Hit this. Do the game thing. It's not doing it. Did I save it? 8, file. It's saved, yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What? 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 Okay, I'm confused officially now. It's calling... What? Okay. It pulls from global script measure number. You know what? We're gonna not make these public. Maybe that'll help? Since apparently it doesn't like having these be editable. You know, maybe that'll do it. Save. I don't know. Still declaring the variables, so maybe that works. Maybe that'll do it. Save that thing. Let's go to here. Retry. All compiler errors must be fixed. Let's see. Argument. That's the worst compiler error. Oh, it needs to be public. It needs to be public, right? Up here, right? Global script.measure number is inaccessible due to its protection level. It needs to be public, right? These values need to be public, otherwise I can't call them in other places. Public. Well, okay, so that's fine. So, is there a place in the editor, in like the main menu, where I have this set? Here, reset. There we go. Maybe it's just that. Maybe it's just that Unity wasn't really like re-downloading those. Right, there we go. Okay, so it's 8 again. Right. So I just need to make sure that global script, the Unity global script, re-pulls the script. Because it keeps not doing that. Okay. That's fine. So, that's fine. So now it will start with the proper number, and that's fine. That's good. So that's something. And now I know that pulling from global script works. I know for sure that pulling from global script works. So, that's good. I like that. I like to know when a piece of this works. Useful. Okay. So, now we have this lovely mess. This script is, it's like my favorite mess. It is verifiably a mess, right? But it's a fun mess. Okay. So, we don't need to make this public, right? I just need to declare the list, right? So we're gonna put these 3 down here, right? And they'll be declared as things for this script, but they don't need to be public and accessible in the thing, the inspector in Unity. That's fine. Okay, cool. So, this is working. There we go. We go through here. This script is working fine. I don't need to worry about new node array because it's pretty much working fine. So, measure update is the thing that is not, right? Because I still have like a note for myself in here saying to do something. Another note for myself in here saying to do something. Is note wipe working? Debug.log, note wipe called. Global script equals 8. Okay, right, so I'm resetting global script. That makes sense, right? I'm re-downloading measure number from global script because why the heck not? I'm saying, okay, that's just our regular stuff. This is our regular reset. This is like all All of this is just like resetting everything. And then I'm making a new note list. And then, yeah, this works fine. This works fine. This bit of script is the one, this measure update here is the one that I want to work that is not currently working. So this, the idea of this is that there should be a function, basically, that when you're in the editor, allows you to resize the editor while not changing the notes that you've already put in there, right? Or even just to resize the editor at all, you know, while staying in the editor scene. You know, just to make it longer, because you're going to want to make it longer, and you're probably going to want to keep the notes that you have in there as well. So, right, that'd be ideal. Making a song, you're halfway through it, you realize you don't have enough measures. Let's add some measures. You don't want your song to disappear. That would suck. So, we download note list, we download measure number from GlobalScript. That's good. Because at the end of new note array, wait a minute. Okay, so I have a song in there, right? There's a song. It's halfway done. I want to expand the measures. I want to upload that piece of song to GlobalScript first. Not download. So I want the other way around. I want this. I want the other way around. I think. Right? Because if I've changed that note list, which I have, right? Because on click, which is down here, right, on update, I change my note list. Yeah, that's what this is. These are the things that change the note list. And I know those are working because when I click it, it makes the notes, right? That's all it's doing. So I want to upload to GlobalScript. I want to note the size of the note list. Okay, that's fair. Set box type for each list. What do I mean by that? Okay, well, let's look through the rest of this first. So this is our normal reset thing. This is our normal reset thing. That's our normal reset thing. That's our normal reset thing. This is just what is the size of the note list in the debug dialog. Fine, sure, that's fine. Then I want to add, okay, so here's what I'm trying to do, is I'm trying to go through and add, like, basically we upload the whole thing. We upload what we have. We wipe it. We instantiate a new editor screen with all the blank blocks, right? That's bigger based on the size you want it to be. Then you put the data, you download the data and put it back on that thing. Except actually we have to download the data, put it on the thing as we're making it. Oh, I think what I did, here's what I think what I did. I think what I did is the reason why I had it this way, right, to download, is because I think in my editor button, which should be editor buttons, measure update, GlobalScript instance measure number. Okay, and I also need to say, so this is change global script's measure number to be the measure number that's inputted into the, I know this is a lot. Hi. um, uh, change global script's input measure number to be the one you put into the text box. So that's what that is. So that's good. And then I want it to also, oh, and then it runs other.measureUpdate. That's good. Yeah, thank you for still being here, and thank you for still listening. Yeah, those are cute emojis. Okay, and then I want to also update note list and put it to global script. So I want to say, that's not going to work. I think what I have to do is I have to update note list every time I add a node. Am I doing that? I'm not updating global script's node list. So I should do that. Where does this correspond with that? It corresponds with that. Yeah, I need to update. So what I need to do, come on, get in the right format. Format correctly. Format is important. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to push this note list to global script. Okay, that's easy enough. So we say global script dot instance dot note list equals note list. Right. So we just, every edit, every time I click on a note, I'm pushing that to global script. Is what that theoretically should do. Right? I click the mouse button, it maps that to, it maps where I click to a specific value. It changes that value in one of two ways, which is what it should be doing. It plays a sound, and then it updates global script. This should be what I want. Okay, I want this here. Right? Yes. Yes. Okay. That way I'm updating global script every time I make a new note. So I click a new note and it updates my global script. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Right? That is what I want. So let's try that. Right? Because then click a new node, update global script. When I click on the measure update and I put in a number of measures, it uploads that number of measures to global script, and then in the measure update here, it downloads both the note list and the measure number again. That's what I want. Yes, good. I don't have this, and there's a reason for that. Oh, this is if you make it shorter, I think. If you have a song and you make the measure number shorter, or is it the other way around? I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. But I want to try this and see if it works, right? I want to try this and see if anything works. Compiler errors. Wow, no compiler errors. That's nice. That's, you know. Okay. So cool. New array is called. We have 8 measures. It's working. I don't know. It's a song. Sure. There we go. It's a great song. I hope you all appreciate it. Okay. So now I want, let's say I want 10 measures instead of 8. That's, you know, not the worst result. That's not the worst result. That's not the worst result. It at least kept some of the data. So that's the first time that's happened. Let's try our play the level, go back into the editor, right? So we play the level. I want to return to the editor. It doesn't do that yet. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Why not? I think that partially depends on what my button does in the editor play buttons. That's the one I want. So on editor, wait a minute. Is, okay, it says measure update called. It does not say editor button. Oh, it says measure update called editor. It says editor button. So no destroyed. Editor button. That's good. That's what I want. Measure update called, because we're not coming from the main menu, so that's what should be happening. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. Note matrix dot measure update. Line 61. Note matrix. Line 61. Well, that shouldn't make a difference. So it's just not parsing data correctly or something? Huh. Huh. Okay. So. I should put some more debug.logs in here is what I should do. Because they help so much. Okay. Click the editor. New array is called. From main menu is true. 8 measures. Great. I do some notes. I play the level. It says... Okay. Note destroyed. Editor button. Measure update called. And then it's not doing things correctly, right? It's not showing anything. So there's something still off with measure update, which makes sense based on the fact that also, like, when we did measure update without reloading from the editor, without playing the screen, it just added blank space instead of adding notes, right? So we do have I is across. So this should be something like, if noteless size is less than measure number, then we need to add, right, noteless dot add, like, those I's. Those extra notes. Okay. So, okay. I also want to know, okay, yeah, but editor, this does push that to global script. Okay, good. Okay, so when we're calling measure update, we need this. We need this, and this will fix the part of it. The question I'm still having, though, is why when I go from the screen where I'm playing the game back to the editor, it nothing loads, right? It vanishes, goes away. Is the data still there? I don't actually know. I could. There's a way I can figure that out. Kind of. Which is I could do like note list count, debug log note list count. But it's not even getting to here, right? It's not even getting to here. It does this debug.log. It does not do this debug.log, which means it doesn't. That's weird. See, that's weird. Okay, I'm gonna try and fix one thing at a time. First, I'm gonna try and fix instead of the whole thing where we go from play, we go back into the editor, nothing appears. I'm gonna try and fix the thing of we're in the editor, we want to increase the size, it just loads blank space, because I think I know how to fix that, and that is here. That is this line right here. So what I want here is if note list dot count, right, is note list does not exist in the current context. Oh, because I don't have it capitalized. If note list dot count is less than measure number, okay, then I want to do the following. Okay. So no, not what I wanted. Wait, what? No, that doesn't make any sense. Why is it doing that? I don't know, whatever. Okay. So yeah, okay. It's mad at me because I don't have a thing here. Okay, so okay. So what I need to do is I need to find a way to add I to the note list. So if note list count is less than measure number, then we say add, we want note list dot add, right? Oops. Note list dot, how do we do this in this one? Because this is the one that has the original script. Note list dot add new list. It's basically this. This is what I want. Yeah. Note list dot add new list. Okay. But still, we didn't even get to debug.log note list dot count. In the other one. There's two different errors here. I'm having a hard time parsing them. Okay. Let's try this. So. Okay. Hey, no compiler errors. Nice. I'm always down with no compiler errors. So we get to this beginning. We go ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. We go ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. And we go, I want 10 measures instead of 8. Still doesn't do it. Still does not do it. Why? Okay, measure update called, and then it says 32. 8, 16, 24, 32. So this is still saying it's 8. Note list count should be 32. But what I want is I know what I gotta do. This is just math. That's just math. Measure number less than measure number times 4. There we go. That actually should fix that. I love when the only error is like just based on math. It's just like, I mean, hopefully that actually worked. Otherwise, I will look like a fool right now, which is fine. I look like a fool. Do I need to update anything? Dope, like dopamine. That was a good pun. Thank you, Lightpen. Yeah, it didn't work. Okay. Yeah, wait, what? Okay, what's happening? Measure number times 4. Measure number times 4 should just be 32. But measure number should have been updated. So here's my question. What is measure number? Do we have a measure number here? Debug.log. Measure number. Gotta get that debug.log in. Here we go. Let's see if it logs that debug. Okay. Cool. Actually, 1 times measures. It is saying that measure update is that measure number is 10. Right? So that's good. So it's saying it's getting to here. Because it says measure number is 10. It says notelist.count is 32. If notelist.count is less than measure number times 4. So if 32 is less than 40. Yes. Notelist.add new list box class. But then I don't do anything for those. I need to do that. I need to do that. If 4 I equals 0, I plus plus. If notelist.count is less than measure number times 4. It's going to go through this for loop. It's going to go... Also, it's not doing this properly. Which I don't understand. But I need to figure that out. Okay, okay, so here's the deal. I'm so close. I can feel it. I'm so close to figuring this out. I'm so close to cracking this. So, because I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do. Basically what it's doing right now is it's adding a list to the note list, but it's not adding anything for that list. So I basically need to go back into here and steal from my own code, which is a fantastic code, and add this for each new. Pretty much. If right, so if notelist.count is less than measure number times 4, then I want you to add a list, and then I want you to create the blocks, right? Then I want you to that's not going to do it. That's going to result in something wacky. That is going to result in something really wacky. That's going to result in something really wacky. if notelist.count is less than I want it to be more like I. If notelist.count is less than I. Right? Because if, so we're iterating across I reaches 32. Great. It's been filling in everything so far, or at least all the red nodes, right? I don't know what's happening with the black nodes. We'll figure that out later, right? I gets to 33. Notelist.count is only 32. So notelist.count is now less than I, so we add a list. Good. That is what I want. That is what I want. Okay. Good. Good. That should... We'll see. But fingers crossed. I think that'll work. I think that'll work. I'm going to fill it with red because... the red is the thing that isn't working. Okay. 10. No. The black is the thing that isn't working. The red is working. Black isn't working. Okay. Let's look at our debugs before I move the camera, which adds a whole bunch of debug.logs. I really need to get rid of those because it's working perfectly fine. Oh boy. Yeah, it adds a whole bunch of debug.logs. I forgot just how many debug.logs the move camera does. Okay, here we go. So, no indication in particular as to why that might not be working, because it gets to here just like it did before. I can fix one thing right now. Camera scroll. Let's get rid of some of these debugs. I don't want you. I don't want you. Get out of here. I don't see any other debug.logs. Oh, there's plenty. Oh wow, that is a lot of debug.logs. See, it's debug.logging all over the friggin' place. Debug.log, debug.log, there we go. Get rid of that. There we go, there we go. Now, it won't at least, be yelling debugs till the cows come home. Okay, so, what is wrong with this script? Notelist.count is less than I. That is what I want, right? Because as soon as notelist.count, right, notelist.count is just 32, so as soon as I gets above 32, but I starts at 0, so I actually want it to be notelist.count, and notelist.count starts at 1 instead of 0, right? Yes. Well, that's awkward. Then all I need to do is a little math there. I mean, that's like a secondary thing, really, right? That means that I gets to 32 notelist. It would actually be the 33rd set. And so I want it to be I plus 1. But that still shouldn't make the difference that it did. We should be getting stuff. I don't know. We should be getting stuff. So this is all under this if, which means that if notelist.count is ever less than I plus 1, we should be running through all of this, right? Notelist.add, new list, box class, yada yada, which is the same as it is here. It's literally identical, right? It's literally identical. So I don't know what's happening with that. I know I fixed some things, but not all of them are fixed. Maybe I'll stop soon and just play a gay game. Let's see. Okay. Couple more bashing my head against this really quick. Okay. So, it's adding the new list. It's going through the down and adding things. Thanks. Don't know why it's not working. It's going down the list. It's adding these the way they should. Yeah, that should be, that's all in there. And it's doing this correctly for the most part, except for this. If notelist ij box type is 1, why does it not encode that? It should be encoding that, right? Because on click, if mouse button equals 0, if box type is 1, make it that. Else, but it's like it's weird because like this is working, but this is not. I can't for the life of me see why that would be the case. Game object current block equals instantiate. Yeah. Like that's what I'm doing. Then changing the color. What does that even look like when I do this? Quick save that. There's a difference here in how it renders this, isn't there? The whole thing like shifts somehow. It's like different from when I originally opened this, right? So I have this, and then I hit, just a test. Right, and then I do that. Oh! Yeah, it works now. Okay. Cool. That part doesn't work. Okay. Weird. It's like a partial success. Okay, the black notes just go away. Still. Partial success is better than no success. I will take it. You know, I will take it. Right, because now there's not just white space here. Like it's actually adding, like I can change the measure number to like 14, not 114, please God, no. Right? And it'll add blocks. And it is in the debug.log, it is editing this to be black, red, black, red, black, red, black, red, right? But it is not showing that on the screen. Don't know why. that is happening. But we got something now. So this bit is working. That's good. That's very good. Now, this bit is still not working. Okay, I'm going to make a note here. Not working? Fucking, I don't know why, right? What? Okay, so that's my note to myself. Why the fuck isn't that working? Okay, but here's the question. Why isn't this working when there must be something that I do here? I know what it is. I know why this isn't. I have an idea of why this might not be working. Because I should go measure number equals global script. Gotta download the measure number from the global script. Dot instantiate dot instance dot measure number end line. Right? Because that way the math works. That way the math works on there. So maybe that will do it. Maybe that'll do it. Right, because so far, every time I change the measure number, I'm pushing it to global script. So that should be fine. That should work. Okay, let's try that. Let's try that. Okay. 10 measures now. No idea why the black blocks go away. That's okay. Still not. This is 0, 0, 0, 8, 39, 8, 39, 0. Those are the numbers that they should be. So the debug.log is showing us that this is reading correctly. It's just not displaying correctly. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Huh. It's showing that it's reading correctly. It's just not displaying correctly. Why? Somehow, when I call this, it changes all the things. So what if that's something to do with how I set the color of the blocks there? And maybe there's something else I need to do? Box object get component sprite render dot color equals this. I don't think so. Huh. I mean, I'm glad I got it to expand. That's good. Wait, let's test this now. Hey, it's recording. The note list is recording all the things, but it's not. Yeah. Okay, so it is editing the note list. Of note. Yeah, it wipes it whenever I return to the editor. I wonder if this works now. Yes and no. Okay. This seems to be more like graphical errors than it is anything else, which is interesting. It's interesting. That, like, I can't Ba, 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 ba. Okay, but what I'm doing here is I'm just trying to get data from when I hit the play the level button, because now it should be essentially a solid line of red blocks. But also I wanted to see the boundaries of the track, because I think they were wrong a bit. Yes, they are. Look at that. Oh shoot, I shouldn't have clicked that button. I would have gotten more data. I would have been able to replay it. It's also wrong there. Why is it placing blocks? It's off by a half. It's off by a half block. So there's an extra half block I have somewhere in my math. That's okay. That's fixable. Just gotta find it. I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm bored of this. So, after an hour and a half of basically bug crushing, which is okay, we got some stuff working. I'm gonna play Butterfly Soup. I'm gonna take a quick break though first, because I want to go get a drink of water, especially before I do voices. So I'm gonna do that. Be right back. Wait. Here we go, here we go. Yeehaw, indeed. Yee, and most importantly, haw. Not what I wanted. I wanted this.